Today's assignment is about making robots with boxes and shapes. So I had some flat shapes. I have some paper, of course. Today I'm in the art room at Frontier Schools, and I have a robot that I made out of papers, and I folded them into forms, rectangular boxes, and then I had cut and scored the boxes so that they fit. This is one that you might have seen if you were in school. If you're new to us, I'll show it to you when we get back. But I made boxes out of paper, and see, they're all hollow. We could put tops on them if we take more time, but we made shoes. We made the parts moving. Today's assignment is about building a robot form out of boxes and papers. So this is a pretty detailed one. It even stands pretty well on its own. See that? So he is a freestanding robot made out of parts. Pretty cool. I'll lay him back down. Now, for your assignment, something a little easier. You find a rectangular box or a prism or a square. Could be a jewelry case. That is a pad of paper. Then I have those shapes from the shape sorter game or kit that I had. So I used those for features like eyes, nose, and mouth. I cut black L shapes for arms. I had red strips, and I had 2 ID cards. So I used all those parts and even that red circle from the shape sorter set. And so that's my second robot. And then this one I went a little further out, but what's the body? It's a Kleenex box. The head is a notepad. I cut the arms out of blue paper, and then I had blue strips, and then I had black rectangles. So I just put shapes again on the face. So I've got a square for the mouth, triangle for the nose, and yellow squares for the eyes. So find some things around your house, maybe a Kleenex box, maybe a jewelry box. They could be rounded. They don't have to be rectangles and squares, but that's just what I think of when I make robots. We'll be drawing robots if we haven't, but I wanted to give you the chance to make something three-dimensional again, just with found objects. So what I'd like you to do is put your robot form together with a head, a body, legs, feet, arms, hands if you can. Doesn't have to though. Eyes, nose, mouth. It should have all those parts. And then set it on the floor or the table, someplace you can take a good straight photograph, and send me that photograph of your robot. You could name your robot, you could give it special powers, you could tell us more about it by writing, and that always helps your understanding, and it helps your viewers understand what your robot or your artwork is about. When you name it, when you talk about it, it shows me that you understand what you're doing. And sometimes that's the difference between getting a 3 grade in standard grading and a 4. A 4 is usually that you could show another person how to do this and explain it no matter what it is. So for those of you that do great presentations, you probably earn 4s because you talk about your work, you did the work as it was assigned, and you explain it, and I can see your understanding. So I hope you enjoy making a robot today. It's kind of fun. You could make other things. I know another class we're building a house out of shapes, and we may get to that later in this class. So send in a picture of your robot with geometric forms like rectangles, square box forms. If you need to use papers, color those papers or use colored papers. Use recycled papers. You can cut up your recycling stuff if it's okay with mom and dad. As long as you clean up after yourself, it's all good. Thank you. Send me your robot.